welcome back to episode 4 of the Great Virtual Race Across Tennessee. If you haven't subscribed, please help me out and hit that subscribe button. I'm here on the top of Moxie Mountain, which I'll tell you what, is not where I expected to be, but I will explain that. I didn't do a video really for the end of last week, week 3. I did end up having to take a recovery week, which was 48.5 miles. Still not too bad for distance. So this week the plan was to get over 70. And this is the week where things went wrong, which you know things are going to go wrong at some point. Not going to get in all those miles. Sunday I had to cut way back because I got about 4 hours of sleep, and I hadn't been sleeping good in general, and I couldn't do it. So I cut that runway down, and then we're out camping now for Memorial Weekend. And Wednesday was packing day. I got a short run in and then said I'll do the rest later, but I ended up packing until bedtime. So I lost a lot of miles total, at least 15. And tomorrow it's gonna rain all day. So I'll get out a little, but probably not much. Oh, it's windy up here. We got a view behind me. The sky looks phenomenal. Okay. Alright. So we came up, yesterday was Thursday. And yeah, I didn't get as many miles in yesterday either because we knew we might have a little bit of a hard time finding a campsite, but it ended up being right there, a lot harder than we thought. So we were driving around until late, and I basically could get out and do 5 once we finally got here, and I was getting back at dark, so that wasn't cool. And we did not camp where I wanted to. I was so excited to try to camp near an Appalachian Trail crossing so I could get miles on the Appalachian Trail. I'm like an hour drive from it, so I will get out there probably once on this trip, but I wanted to camp within a few minutes. But it's kind of hard we only have, our vehicle, and if I go, I'm abandoning my husband at the campsite, drive an hour to run for several hours, drive an hour back. It's not so nice. I did find a hiking trail here, and started up it yesterday. Didn't have time, of course, because it was getting dark with Daisy, and it went from easy to brutal. One of the hardest short hikes I've ever done. This is called Moxie Mountain. Didn't even know there was a trail here. And there's 2 places to start, apparently. We started at some remote ponds where we're camping. It's only 1.6 to the summit. Starts out as a nice hill and then turns into a crap show where you're barely moving, scrambling over stuff. So, but it's good training, but it's also slow. And other than that, I just have some dirt roads to run on that are not really the best. They're bugs, even covered in bug spray. Some of the worst bugs ever. So I'm not even going to get in as many this morning as I wanted, because I know I get back down there, I'm just going to be eaten alive and want to go back to the campsite. But it's a crappy week. Not much I can do. But try to put in a boatload of miles next week. Other than that, I don't have much to report. I didn't get to do my AT run last week because the day that I had a completely free afternoon, we had a short but pretty intense storm. So what are you going to do? But I'm still hanging in there. I'm definitely not where I want to be miles-wise, but hopefully I can make some up. I've got a fastest known time attempt coming up in a couple weeks. I can't remember exactly when I'm planning to do it. But training on rigorous stuff like this is good training for that, because that's pretty darn hard. All right, I'm going to close it down now and try to get down all this insanely technical rock faces. Oh, it's just going to be a little tough. All right. So please subscribe, and hopefully next week I'll have some beautiful views and some much better news. So I'm just coming down to the end of the Moxie Mountain Trail, and there was just a bear right there. Just heard it walking off. I screamed and yelled at it. You out of here? I'm not scared of bears, but coming up upon one is a little alarming. And it happened to me twice last year. First time this year, and it's still early. But I saw a lot of evidence of bear on this mountain. So if you choose to hike Moxie Mountain, you might see a bear. And that wasn't a super big one. Looked like it could have been 250 pounds. Not real tiny either, but yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It was right about in here eating something. I don't know what it was eating. So I saw a moose. There's some moose evidence if you want some right there. Saw lots of bear evidence. Saw a moose last night and a bear this morning. Whew! Wish I'd have gotten on video. I never get them on video, but someday I'm sure I will. I'm going to get back to my campsite now.